If alien civilizations exist, the night sky should look nothing like it does. It should be alive, loud, crowded. Instead, it's silent. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi sat at a lunch table at Los Alamos National Laboratory and asked 3 words that would haunt humanity for generations. Where is everybody? It was a calculated nightmare. Fermi knew the math, and the math, it was terrifying. Our Milky Way galaxy alone contains between 100 and 400 billion stars. Conservative estimates suggest at least 20% harbor Earth-like planets in habitable zones. That's tens of billions of worlds where life could exist. Our galaxy is 13.6 billion years old, and Earth, a mere 4.5 billion. That means countless civilizations should have had billions of years head start on us. They should be everywhere. Their signals should flood our telescopes. The ships should cast shadows across our skies. But there's nothing. Only silence. The kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. Scientists call this the Fermi Paradox. It's the terrifying gap between the math, which says they should be here, and the reality, which is an absolute haunting void. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake formalized this nightmare into an equation. Depending on how you weight the variables, the Drake equation allows for anything from a handful of civilizations to millions across our galaxy. Yet in over 60 years of listening through programs like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, we've heard nothing but cosmic static. Not a whisper, not a blip, not even an accidental transmission from a civilization going about its daily business. The implications slice through you like ice water. Either we're utterly, impossibly alone in a universe that should be teeming with life, a statistical anomaly so rare it borders on the miraculous, or something else is happening, something we haven't considered, something perhaps we don't want to consider. In 2015, when NASA's Kepler Space Telescope confirmed thousands of exoplanets, many in the habitable zones of their stars, the paradox didn't resolve, it intensified. The more worlds we discovered that could harbor life, the louder the silence became. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb captured the growing dread perfectly. The silence is deafening, and it's telling us something. But what? Is the universe empty because life is impossibly rare, a cosmic fluke that happened only once? Or is there a darker answer lurking in the equations, a cosmic filter that wipes out civilizations before they can reach for the stars? Perhaps they're out there right now, watching us, choosing not to make contact for reasons we can't fathom. Or maybe we're simply not equipped to recognize the signs. Like ants trying to understand the internet, perhaps alien civilizations operate on levels of existence so advanced that we wouldn't recognize them if they were standing right beside us. The Fermi Paradox isn't just a scientific curiosity, it's a countdown clock ticking towards answers that could shatter everything we believe about our survival in this universe. There's a theory that keeps astrobiologists awake at night, and it's called the Great Filter. Proposed by economist Robin Hanson in 1996, it suggests there's a barrier, a cosmic wall that virtually no civilization can climb over. Somewhere between the emergence of life and becoming an advanced galaxy-spanning species, there's a filter so devastating, so insurmountable, that it eliminates nearly everyone who reaches it. The question that freezes the blood: have we already passed through it, or is it still waiting ahead? If the Great Filter lies behind us, we're the lucky ones, the miraculous exception. Perhaps the jump from single-celled to multicellular life is so impossibly rare that Earth is one of the only places it's ever happened. Maybe the development of intelligence is a cosmic fluke, a 1 in a trillion lottery win that we somehow hit. This would explain the silence. We're alone not because we're special, but because the odds against us were so astronomical that no one else made it this far. It's lonely, isolating, but at least we have a future. But if the great filter is ahead of us, that's when the theory becomes a nightmare. MIT physicist Max Tegmark warns that every discovery of simple life elsewhere in the universe actually brings us terrible news. If we find a fossil on Mars, it's not a celebration, it's a funeral. Because it proves life is easy to start, which means the thing that kills civilizations is still waiting for us. The filter isn't behind us, it's ahead, and we're hurtling toward it blind. Perhaps it's nuclear war. In the 1960s, we came within minutes of annihilation during the Cuban Missile Crisis. One Soviet submarine officer's refusal to launch almost single-handedly saved civilization. We entered it in 1945, the moment we learned how to end our own species. Or climate catastrophe, runaway greenhouse effects that turn thriving worlds into Venus-like hellscapes. Maybe it's artificial intelligence that turns on its creators, or nanotechnology, or a physics breakthrough that seems like salvation but delivers extinction. The evidence supporting a future filter is chilling. A 2018 study published in Astrobiology by researchers at NASA's Goddard Institute examined planetary civilization collapse scenarios across multiple variables. Their models suggested that once a civilization reaches a certain level of technological capability, it enters a critical phase, a narrow window where the power to reshape their world exceeds their wisdom to use it responsibly. Many simulated civilizations fail to survive this transition. The window is terrifyingly brief, perhaps only a few centuries. We're in that critical phase right now. Consider this. If advanced civilizations regularly destroy themselves just as they develop the technology for interstellar communication, it would explain everything. They're out there, or at least they were. They reached our level. They built their telescopes, split their atoms, harnessed their power, and then, in a flash or a slow collapse, they vanished. The galaxy could be littered with the radioactive ruins of dead civilizations, all of them silenced just as they were about to say hello. Ancient cities turned to glass, atmospheres poisoned, technologies that promised utopia but delivered apocalypse. And we might be next in line, racing toward the same invisible precipice that claimed them all.
What if they're already here, watching us right now, and they've chosen silence deliberately? The zoo hypothesis, first proposed by MIT radio astronomer John Ball in 1973, suggests something profoundly unsettling. Advanced extraterrestrial civilizations know exactly where we are. They've studied us, cataloged us, and they've made a collective decision, a galactic policy, to observe without interference, treating Earth like a protected nature reserve where the inhabitants must evolve undisturbed. We're not alone. We're quarantined. Not because we're dangerous yet, but because we might become so. Ball's paper, published in the journal Icarus, argued that if civilizations millions of years more advanced than us exist, they would possess god-like technological capabilities, the ability to detect us effortlessly, to monitor our radio transmissions, to watch our cities light up at night from thousands of light years away. So why the silence? Perhaps they follow something akin to Star Trek's Prime Directive, a non-interference protocol that forbids contact with developing civilizations until they reach a certain threshold of maturity. We're the cosmic equivalent of an uncontacted tribe, protected by invisible boundaries we can't perceive. The thought is simultaneously comforting and deeply disturbing. But why would such a directive exist? Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom suggests the reasoning might be ethical. Advanced civilizations may recognize that premature contact could be catastrophic, shattering our religions, destabilizing our societies, or worse, making us dependent on technology we haven't earned.
In 1977, we sent the Voyager Golden Records into space, messages in bottles containing Earth's location and samples of human culture. It was a gesture of hope. But what if those messages were received, cataloged, and filed away by watchers who decided we weren't ready? That the cosmic waiting room, where civilizations prove they won't destroy themselves or others, has no timer. You graduate when you're ready, or you don't graduate at all. The zoo hypothesis gained unexpected traction in recent years following the Pentagon's 2021 release of UAP reports, unidentified aerial phenomena exhibiting flight characteristics that defy known physics. Objects tracked by Navy pilots performing maneuvers no human technology could accomplish. Instantaneous acceleration, hypersonic speeds without sonic booms, transmedium travel between air and water. Does this sound like an invasion force, or does it sound like a drone checking the fences? Former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe confirmed these weren't foreign adversaries. So what were they? Astrophysicist Avi Loeb from Harvard has cautiously suggested that some UAPs could represent surveillance technology from advanced civilizations monitoring humanity's nuclear capabilities, appearing most frequently near military installations and weapons facilities, as if cosmic social workers were checking on a troubled species with dangerous toys. The zoo hypothesis offers an answer to the Fermi Paradox that's perhaps more chilling than extinction or cosmic loneliness. They're there. They've always been there, watching from the shadows, taking notes, waiting for us to either mature or destroy ourselves. And the most unsettling part? If this is true, they've seen everything. Every war, every atrocity, every moment of human cruelty. And they've chosen to do nothing. We're not ignored, we're supervised. And that silence, that's the sound of judgment withheld.
Here's a thought that rewrites everything. What if alien civilizations aren't silent because they're dead or hiding, but because they've evolved so far beyond us that we literally cannot perceive them? It's called the Transcension hypothesis, proposed by futurist John Smart in 2012, and it suggests that sufficiently advanced civilizations don't expand outward into the galaxy. They expand inward, into realms of existence we can't even detect. They've transcended physical reality entirely. Think about our own technological trajectory. In just 70 years, we went from room-sized computers to quantum processors manipulating individual atoms. We're developing neural interfaces, experimenting with consciousness uploading, building virtual realities indistinguishable from the real thing. Now extrapolate that progress across 10,000 years, 1,000,000 years, 1,000,000,000. What does a civilization become when it has that much time? Perhaps they've discovered how to encode themselves into the quantum fabric of space-time itself. Maybe they exist as pure information, vast intelligences woven into dimensions we can't access, operating at scales and speeds that make light itself feel slow, invisible to every telescope we've ever built. Astrophysicist Caleb Scharf from Columbia University explored this in his 2016 paper, Is Physical Law an Alien Intelligence? He posed a genuinely disturbing question. What if fundamental constants of the universe, gravity, electromagnetism, the speed of light, aren't natural laws, but engineered systems maintained by post-biological superintelligences? Think about it. We wouldn't be looking for aliens with telescopes. We would be living inside their hard drive. What if dark matter and dark energy, comprising 95% of the universe yet completely invisible to us, aren't mysterious substances, but the infrastructure of civilizations so advanced they've become indistinguishable from physics itself? Then there's the temporal problem that shatters all our assumptions about contact. Astronomer Seth Shostak from the SETI Institute calculated something sobering.
If alien civilizations exist on timescales vastly different from ours, we might never align. Imagine a species that experiences consciousness 1,000,000 times slower than humans. For them, human civilization from ancient Egypt to now would flash by in mere moments, too quick to even notice. Or consider digital intelligences operating at computational speeds 1,000,000,000 times faster than biological thought. To them, waiting 1,000 years for a radio signal response would feel like a fraction of a second. They might have sent messages, waited what felt like an eye blink, received no response, and moved on, all before we even invented writing. But here's what should terrify and excite us in equal measure. We're finally building tools that might pierce this veil. The James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, can detect technosignatures, atmospheric pollution from industrial civilizations, the heat signatures of megastructures, even the chemical residue of artificial processes on distant exoplanets. New projects like the Breakthrough Listen initiative are scanning billions of radio frequencies simultaneously, searching for patterns our ancestors couldn't have imagined. We're developing AI systems that can recognize types of intelligence we might not even conceive of. The silence might not be permanent. We might be on the verge of developing the senses necessary to finally perceive what's been surrounding us all along. We're running out of time to solve the Fermi Paradox, because the answer might determine whether humanity survives the next 100 years. Right now, in 2026, as our technology reaches unprecedented heights and our capability for both creation and destruction intensifies, we stand at the exact threshold where civilizations either transcend into the cosmos or collapse into extinction. Every theory we've explored, the Great Filter, the zoo hypothesis, Transcension, isn't just philosophy. It's a survival manual written in the silence of dead worlds. The optimists point to renewed urgency in the search. SETI's director, Bill Diamond, has spearheaded an unprecedented expansion. Next-generation radio telescope arrays in radio quiet zones, AI-driven analysis systems processing petabytes of cosmic data every hour, and international cooperation never before seen in the search's history. The Chinese 500-meter aperture spherical telescope, FAST, the world's largest radio dish, is scanning the heavens with sensitivity so extreme it could detect a civilian airport radar from thousands of light years away. The extremely large telescope under construction in Chile's Atacama Desert will soon analyze the atmospheric composition of distant exoplanets for industrial pollutants, biosignatures, even city lights on the dark sides of worlds orbiting alien suns. For the first time in history, we possess the tools to definitively answer whether we're alone. Many astronomers believe within the next 2 decades we'll likely know. But there's a darker interpretation that grows harder to ignore with each passing year. In 2015, astronomer Jason Wright and his team at Penn State completed the most comprehensive technosignature survey ever attempted, examining infrared emissions from nearly 100,000 galaxies, searching for signs of advanced Kardashev Type 2 or Type 3 civilizations, species so powerful they'd be harvesting the energy of entire stars or galaxies, impossibly large structures that would shine like beacons across the cosmos. They found nothing, not one. Wright's conclusion was stark. Either galaxy-spanning civilizations don't exist, or something prevents them from ever getting that far. The Great Filter looms larger with every empty result. Carl Sagan once said, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." The Fermi Paradox adds a chilling postscript to that beautiful thought. We might also be the universe's way of testing whether consciousness can survive its own power. Perhaps the most profound realization is this: the Fermi Paradox was never about finding aliens. It's about understanding survival. Every theory ultimately asks the same question: can intelligent life endure its own intelligence? As we teeter on this precipice with artificial intelligence approaching human-level reasoning, climate tipping points being crossed, nuclear arsenals capable of ending civilization within hours, and biotechnology powerful enough to engineer pandemics, we're not studying the paradox anymore. We're living it. We're discovering in real time whether Earth will join the cosmic conversation or become another silent tomb, another cautionary tale whispered in the ruins of what could have been. The silence isn't empty. It's pregnant with meaning, a challenge, a warning, and perhaps an invitation to prove we're worthy of joining whatever cosmic community awaits those rare few who pass the test. So we keep listening, we keep searching, and we keep building the wisdom to match our weapons, because the alternative is becoming just another frequency of silence in a galaxy that might already be crowded with ghosts. The stars watch and wait, and the universe holds its breath to see if we'll be the ones who finally break the silence or just add to it. Subscribe to Dark Dimensions X and hit the bell, because the next cosmic mystery we uncover might be the one that finally answers the silence.